In the year 2065, the world was a wasteland. Towering cities lay in ruins, their skeletal remains jutting into smog-choked skies. Oceans had risen and swallowed coastlines, while sprawling deserts claimed once fertile lands. The collapse, as it was now called, had fractured nations, economies, and societies. Yet from the ashes, a new power emerged, the United Federation of the World, UFW, coalition born from chaos. The UFW was ruled by a council of women, visionaries, warriors, and survivors who had risen above the chaos. They rebuilt order, albeit with iron fists. The council's motto was clear: discipline, unity, sacrifice. Their vision was to prevent humanity from repeating its mistakes of overconsumption and greed. The remnants of humanity were organized into zones, each strictly controlled to ensure survival and compliance. But the world had not just changed politically. During the collapse, genetic modifications meant for human enhancement leaked into the ecosystem. Animals evolved in strange ways, and chief among these were dogs. They developed speech, gruff, sarcastic, and brutally honest speech, and a level of intelligence that made them invaluable companions in a dangerous world. Luther, a lean man in his 30s with a tangle of scars across his face, wandered the wasteland with his dog, Bishop. Bishop was a shaggy mutt with mismatched eyes and a sharp tongue. "You've got that look again," Bishop growled as they trudged through the rubble of what was once Chicago. "That brooding, I am gonna do something stupid look." "Don't." Luther adjusted the strap of his rifle. "We can't keep living like this, Bishop. Scavenging scraps, hiding from patrols. The UFW has to be stopped." "Yeah, sure," Bishop retorted. "Just march into their fortress, wag your finger, and say, hey, maybe chill out with the dystopia. That'll work great." But Luther wasn't joking. He had a plan, albeit a reckless one. Rumors spoke of a hidden archive beneath the UFW's capital in New Johannesburg. The archive supposedly held pre-collapse knowledge, technologies, philosophies, and truths erased by the UFW to maintain control. Luther believed this knowledge could ignite a revolution. The journey to New Johannesburg was perilous. Luther and Bishop evaded UFW drones, outsmarted roving militias, and traversed irradiated wastelands. Along the way, they encountered others disillusioned with the UFW, farmers stripped of their lands, scientists silenced for questioning the regime, and children indoctrinated into a joyless existence. Luther's resolve hardened with every story of suffering. When they finally reached the capital, the city was a marvel of brutal efficiency. Skyscrapers loomed like monoliths, their surfaces gleaming with solar panels. Streets were eerily quiet, patrolled by robotic enforcers and the occasional UFW officer. Beneath the veneer of order, however, cracks were visible, graffiti scrawled in hidden corners, whispers of rebellion, and eyes that burned with quiet defiance. Luther and Bishop infiltrated the archive under cover of night. The vault was a labyrinth of data servers and old-world artifacts. As Luther downloaded files, he stumbled upon something unexpected, a manifesto written by the UFW's founders. It detailed their original intentions, to rebuild a sustainable world, and how those ideals had been twisted into authoritarianism. "So, they started with good intentions," Bishop muttered, reading over Luther's shoulder. "Big surprise. That's how it always goes." Their discovery was interrupted by alarms. The council had been alerted to the breach. Luther and Bishop fought their way out, pursued by drones and guards. They escaped with the data, but Luther was gravely injured in the process. The rebellion ignited by Luther's actions spread like wildfire. The truth of the UFW's corruption, combined with the suppressed knowledge he unearthed, galvanized people to rise against their oppressors. Zones declared independence, soldiers defected, and the council's grip weakened. In his final moments, Luther addressed the fractured world via a hacked broadcast. "We've been chasing the wrong things," he said, his voice weak but resolute. "Progress doesn't mean more. It means balance. Living simply. Respecting each other and the world. That's the key." Luther's words became the foundation of a new era. The UFW crumbled, and humanity began rebuilding, not with towering cities or sprawling industries, but with small, sustainable communities. People learned to live in harmony with nature and each other, guided by the simple truth Luther had revealed. As for Bishop, he wanted the new world, telling anyone who would listen about the man who changed everything. Humans, he'd say with a wry grin. You're a mess, but now and then, one of you gets it right.